Welcome back to another Sunday walk video. Today I want to talk about how tired I am and how much respect I have for anyone that participates in IFC. That did a little training today and I am tired. Also, of course, I got to talk about Bitcoin. Got to talk about Roaring Kitty, although I already talked about him. But we got to talk about that and what to expect this week, I guess. All right. Well, first of all, I'll just start out with how tired I am because I didn't actually train that much, but I haven't been like really exercising recently. All the travels and everything. I know it's an excuse, but one of the goals I have is to, of course, get more in shape and drop the weight. Already started dieting, but I really, now that it's warmer, you know, look how gorgeous it is outside. I got to do more stuff outside. Today I had an opportunity to go with one of my kids to this place near me that has like 150 stairs. And I used to take those stairs like nothing. When I was in shape, I'd go up and down all day, no problem. Man, after doing like the first two, I was so out of breath. My chest hurt badly. And after an hour or so, I was able to do about 7 up and downs. So, I don't know, 1,000 steps or whatever. My kid was able to do it no problem because he's moving all the time, right? So there's no problem for him. But anyways, my point is that really killed me. That hour killed me. I'm so out of shape. I really need to get back into things. You know, I've been dealing with knee problems for so long, and it's still not completely healed, but ever since I started embracing carnivore more, the knees have been a lot better, so now I'm able to move more, but that also was something that held me back for a long time, so it's better now. So I'll see. With increased exercise, I don't know if they're going to hold up, hopefully. But anyways, yeah, so now I kind of know a little bit, all those people that have fun to IFC, you know, how much training and work and cardio they put in prior to the fight. I can't even imagine, right? That's why so many people make such big body transformations. A lot of those guys lose like 15, 20, 30 pounds leading up to the fight. Man, hardcore. Gotta give big respect to them. Big props. I used to be able to do it in my 20s and 30s. Now I'm 40s, man. I just don't know. But I'm gonna try. If I'm gonna represent the IFC the best way I can, I gotta get in shape. I gotta look fit. I gotta look like I belong, right? So one of my big goals for this summer. So I just want to lead off with that. And also there's a lot of people that are signed up for IFC too. I can't share all the names, but man, I'm so excited about the next one in July and the one in Singapore, which is going to be a monster fight. But yeah, that's it. All right, so next up, let's talk about Bitcoin. What's going on in Bitcoin? We had a big fake out last week, unfortunately. But you know what? I don't think we lost any momentum at all. Last week, for most part, we were pressing against 71,000, 71.3, and we were itching to go higher, right? We were just there, right about to break through into 72, 73,000, and then head to a new high of 75, 80,000. And we have a lot of shorts piled on, waiting to be liquidated. In fact, just for us to get back to 71,000 from where we are, which we're not that far off. As I'm recording this, we're like 69.7, so practically 70,000. Just to get back to 71 liquidates over $1 billion worth of shorts. I think last time I saw it was like 1.4 billion. And for us to break through 73K, we're talking about $9 billion worth of shorts. So this is the reason why we haven't been able to break through. because the shorters, the bears, whoever, are piling on the shorts, trying to stop Bitcoin from going any higher. Because if they lose this battle, seriously, 100,000 is right around the corner. There's nothing stopping Bitcoin after this level. This is such an important level because this was the previous high that we formed back in March, and there's nothing after that. There's no kind of resistance after 73. There's no levels, there's no resistances, there's nothing up there. The order books are completely clear, which means if we break through, the sky's the limit. We could be at 75, 80 within a day, 90 to 100 within a week. And it does seem like there are some people that don't want that to happen. That's why last week we were unable to break through. But when it happens, it's going to happen very fast. Some people are starting to lose faith. This is certainly not time to be losing faith. It's about to get exciting. Any day now, any week, this week, we could be right back up to 71,000 tomorrow and try to try to liquidate all those shorts. It could happen really, really quick, right? So we had this like little dip back down and we're climbing back up again. Whoever is trying to hold us back, they won that battle again, but they can only hold us back for so long before Bitcoin breaks through, and that's when we will see that next level up. So basically just continue the path, guys. Stay strong, and let's see what happens this week. The last 3 Sunday walks, I've been absolutely correct. Last Sunday, I think I predicted it was like even lower than now. I think it was like 68 something. And I said, I think we're going to hit 70,000 this coming week. And sure enough, we hit it on Monday and we went even higher. I think it's more of the same this week. I think we're going to retest, 71, 71.3, 71.5. We're going to try to break through that again. And if we do, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be absolutely glorious. So stay tuned for that. Now, something else I have noticed is every time we have these kind of little dips, alts seem to get a little bit weaker. They're not coming back up nearly as strong as Bitcoin. The dominance of Bitcoin is certainly moving higher. And that's been a reoccurring trend for quite some time, since March. Leading up to March, we had a lot of alts and memes explode. Right? It was very exciting. Since March till now, it seems like the alts, with the exception of a few like BNB, for example, and TON, the rest have been getting weaker and weaker and weaker against Bitcoin. I think that's also kind of like a precursor. I know that every cycle, if you studied it before, every cycle we have these mini altcoin seasons, and then all of a sudden alts get really weak and Bitcoin starts skyrocketing. It's almost as if the whales, when Bitcoin consolidate, then they start driving the alts up, trying to make their money with that. And then what happens afterwards? They use the profits from the alts, and then they buy more Bitcoin with it. It almost seems like that's what's been happening since March, right? And I've said this, don't go too heavy into alts yet. It's not altcoin season. Altcoin season not going to come until 2025. There are a lot of alts that are doing well, mostly due to, before, a lot of these projects did well due to memes. You could argue BNB is doing well because of meme. Floki, I didn't even know Floki was the biggest meme on BNB, but you could argue that was the reason why BNB went up. And also, like something with TON, they went up because of all the clicky games. Right? So there's a reason why those chains went up, because there was something viral that was causing people to use it and to buy the tokens, right? Or the coins. So it was not like accidental, right? There was actually a reason behind it. But anyways, is it good to continue to descend into alts? Yeah, but just set the right expectations. Just know that I think later this year, and that could start this week, Like honestly, we could be 80K by the end of this week. No reason why we can't be. But when we start moving again, alts will start moving, of course. But just know that it's not time to go too heavy into alts, in my opinion. I think that's in 2025. I think this year will still be led mostly by Bitcoin. We're going to have up and downs. We're going to make that next level, probably 80, maybe even 85. And then we're probably going to consolidate there a little bit. And maybe we retrace down a little bit. But yeah, I think right now it's definitely Bitcoin season, not altcoin season. You could see it, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? That's why I've always advised 50, 25, 25. The 50, 25, 25 rule for portfolios, 50% in Bitcoin for that stability and growth. And yes, there's tremendous growth. 25% in big caps, of course, for a little bit more growth, and 25% and everything else for hyper growth. But it has to be right? That 25% hyper growth is not really going to happen until the tail end of the cycle. That's how it always is. But you know, sometimes you get a few winners here or there too during the entirety of the cycle. So who knows? Maybe a certain meme or something pops off. That'll certainly carry your portfolio. So anyways, as for this week, I'm expecting big things once again. The ETFs last week absolutely killed it. Almost $2 billion worth of Bitcoin bought and put into the ETFs. $2 billion. Even on Friday when Bitcoin dipped, there was still a positive inflow. So think about it. These big institutions, they are not stopping. No matter what. They know what's coming. They continue to accumulate. And I see the same thing this week. I see the ETFs having massive inflows. And don't tell me that the ETFs do not have an effect on Bitcoin's price. They do. They're slowly taking all of the Bitcoin out of circulation, exchange reserves down to pre-2017 levels. Miners, they are down to like 2013 levels. Okay, I mean, you do the math. Demand continues to go up, supply continues to go down. It's just a matter of time that price catches up, and it will. So I'm expecting big things from ETFs this week as well. I really think this week is the week. Now, last week, of course, we had one other big catalyst. Well, actually two. From an economy standpoint, the jobs numbers like kind of offset things. Unemployment went up, which was kind of expected, but somehow we got more payroll numbers, like more jobs added. So it doesn't quite make sense. I think the best explanation that I've read is a lot of part-time jobs, a lot of seasonal jobs, right, were added. So that kind of makes sense. These companies, you know, they probably are more inclined to hire part-time so they don't have to give out the benefits and so forth. I'm sure there's a lot of benefits to having just part-time workers versus full-time, so that makes sense, right? But ultimately, the economy is getting weaker. Unemployment is now up to 4%, right? So it was kind of a curveball, though. You know, a lot of people kind of expected the jobs report to be really, really bad, but it came out better than expectations. I think Wall Street just didn't know how to digest that. Ultimately, the economy is doing bad. So Powell has to cut rates. That's what's going to happen, right? So I don't think it's this week. I think it's next week when the FOMC meeting is going to come. And that's when we'll hear from Powell. Is he going to cut the Fed fund rate for the first time in 4 years? So maybe that's going to happen. The ECB already did it. Canada's doing it. Will the US follow? Yes. But will it be this month or next month? If it's this month, it's going to be absolutely crazy. It's going to be like a madhouse on Wall Street. Everyone's going to be buying like crazy. So that was one of the two things. And of course, the second is Roaring Kitty, right? A lot of people really love Roaring Kitty. A lot of people hate when anyone says anything bad about Roaring Kitty. I got some hate because of my title on Saturday. or Friday saying Roaring Kitty fail. I mean, from his life perspective or financial perspective, of course he didn't fail. He turned $50,000 into $600 million. And there's some rumors that can't be true. People have calculated how much he made, and the numbers don't add up. People think that he got some kind of investments that boosted his portfolio. But whatever the case, even if it's not 600 million, he lost like 300 million on after his live stream. Even if it's like down to 50 million or 10 million, that's winning. Okay, so no one's taking that away from him. But that live stream of his was so, I don't know what to say. Just, it made him look bad. It made him look like a rambling, drunken fool. I saw a lot of people say that. He was drinking and just rambling, acting like all crazy. You know, some people are studying what he did, thinking that he gave like hidden clues during the live streams and stuff. Maybe he did. Maybe he is a genius. But we'll see. That is a non-crypto event. It has nothing to do with crypto, but everyone in crypto, everyone around the world, everyone was watching that stream. He had 600,000 people at one point tuned in. That's insanity. I'd be very happy to get 6,000. He had 600,000 people tuned in. That's how much influence he has, right? So we'll see if he continues to stream. Will he do a bit better job? Maybe. Or maybe he is this hidden genius and he has some big things planned. But his June call options are coming up. And if GameStop continues to decline, he's going to lose out on hundreds of millions of dollars. But you know, the hope is, everyone in crypto is hoping that since he's so anti-establishment, anti-hedge funds, anti-Wall Street, why is he not embracing crypto at this point? He's definitely not oblivious to it. Why is he not turning to Bitcoin or memes? You know? So that's the big question mark. And if he does, he'll be the most influential person in the space. By far. It wouldn't even be close. So if he actually does a tweet or something about GME meme coins or Bitcoin, for example, or whatever, right? It's going to cause an explosion. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I really hope he does change. I know his thing is to just talk about GME, but there's so much more to than just trying to bankrupt these hedge funds, right? If you want to truly change the world, then you got to look into Bitcoin and crypto. Why not just, you know, don't just settle for bankrupting the hedge funds. What about bankrupting the Fed? What about bankrupting fiat, right? And he could do that if he just went into Bitcoin or crypto, right? So I'm looking forward to that, and we'll see what he does this week. I don't know his schedule for live streaming, if he's going to do another one, or I don't know what he used to do. Does he do like every day like me? I don't know. But I'm really hoping he does more and moves in the crypto space. All right, well, outside of these things, I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, really not. It's beautiful out. The cicadas are still going crazy. In fact, the cicada population now is probably like triple or quadruple or 10x what it was last week. Getting kind of crazy, actually. Can't even walk outside without a cicada like bumping into you or crashing into you. They're like the dumbest insect ever. I don't even know. I still don't know their purpose. They seem to fly blind. They just fly everywhere. I still don't know, but they're everywhere. It makes walking extremely difficult, but it is what it is. They only come once every 4 years, and they have a really short lifespan, so I guess I really can't be complaining about them too much. All right, that's it for this video, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys usual time, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see what Bitcoin does. I still think this week is going to be pretty darn good. I think we may break into new high territory this week. So we'll see. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.